Hello students, welcome you all to my YouTube channel. This channel is best for ICSC physics, mainly for class 8, 9 and 10. Every time I am coming with a new topic of physics. Today, in this video, I analyze topic spherical mirror. Spherical mirror is a part of reflection of light. And what is light? Reflection of light. You can subscribe my channel. In that you will get a video reflection of light to know more about reflection. So let us start spherical mirror. Before going to the spherical mirror, we must have to know what is a mirror. Mirror is a reflecting surface which is made by fully polished surface glass. And other side having a layer or coating of different material so that light will not able to pass outside. So a mirror is a polished surface coated with a metal layer which reflect the light to form a clear image. Means it will not allow the light to pass to other side, but all the light can return to the same side, which is also called the reflection of light. Reflection is the bouncing back of light, return back of light to the same medium. So when we come to the mirror, mirror basically of two types. Depending upon the reflecting surface, we have divided the mirror into two parts. One is a plane mirror, one is spherical mirror. Plane mirror where reflecting surface is fully flat, what we are using mainly in our home. And more about plane mirror you will get in the first part of reflection of light. And spherical mirror where reflecting surface is curved one, which is a part of a hollow sphere. So spherical mirror in which reflecting surface is a part of hollow sphere. A sphere is just like cricket ball. So sphere, people take sphere and cut into two parts, either inner part or outer part will give a bend or will give a coat, then that will behave like a spherical mirror. And this spherical mirror again divided into two type depending upon the reflecting surface. So first type is the concave mirror and second type is the convex mirror. So in case of concave mirror, inner part is reflecting surface and outer part having the coating. Whereas in case of convex mirror, inner part having the coating whereas outer part is the reflecting surface. So people come to the concave mirror. Concave mirror is that type of a mirror where light will hit, strike, then return inside. So it is also in the category of converging mirror. So in concave mirror, we are silvering the outer part, inner part will reflect, and it is converging in nature, means will bring all the light is inward. In this concave mirror, real image can form, virtual image can form, depending upon the position of object. It can form both type of image. Concave mirror can form diminished, means smaller size of image. Same size, means size of object, size of image can be same. And magnified, means bigger one, means it can form every type of image. Smaller image, same size image or bigger image. So this one used in automobile headlights, reflecting telescope and torchlight. And also it is used as a saving mirror to see the facial hair in a magnify image of this facial hair. So when we come to the convex mirror case, outer part is reflecting surface and inner part is polished. So inner part having a coating, but outer part can reflect the light rays. So when outer part will reflect, so it is a diverging in nature, means it will bring or will take the light rays away from the mirror. It can go outside, diverging. And this image form is always virtual. Virtual means there is no actual intersection point between them. Later on I'll discuss. in detail about real and virtual image. It form always diminished image, means smaller image, and it is used in a rear view mirror of vehicles and some optical instruments. So it will come to the concave and convex mirror. Here you can see one is curved inward, means inner part can reflect in case of concave, and in case of convex outer part will reflect. One case polish inside, one case polish outside, or one case coating inside, one case coating outside. So one can convert the light rays, one can divert the light rays. And in this you will see different term used. So principal axis, reflecting surface, pole, focal length, focus, center of curvature. What this all means, that to discuss here. So all this term, what is the meaning of this term used in spherical mirror? Now we are going to discuss here. Term related to spherical mirror. First one, if we look radius of curvature. As we know, the mirror is a part of hollow sphere. So radius of the sphere is the radius of curvature. Or simple way it will go, a simple term will come, is the distance between pole and center of curvature. So what you can say, the pole? Pole is the midpoint of mirror. Means mirror size will take whatever the size of mirror, the middle point of that mirror is called pole. And pole to center of curvature. What is the center of curvature? We know mirror is a part of hollow sphere. So center of that sphere is the center of curvature. So center of the hollow sphere is the center of curvature. Pole is the midpoint of mirror. The distance between that pole to center of curvature is known as radius of curvature. Another one, focus. Focus means when all the light rays incident parallel or parallel beam of light when it will come and hit to the mirror. After reflection, they will meet at a point. So that point is called as focus. Focus, sometime real, sometime virtual. Means sometime the all the light rays actually meet at a point, which is mainly in case of concave mirror. They appears to meet at a point in case of a convex mirror because of a diverging mirror. And principal axis or imaginary line, a line passing through pole, center of curvature and focus of the spherical mirror. And distance between focus to pole is the focal length. Means P to F, pole to focus, focal length, whereas pole to C or center of curvature is called radius of curvature. So focal length always half of radius of curvature, or radius of curvature equal to double of focal length. R equal to 2 into F, or F equal to R by 2. So this is different term used in a spherical mirror. Next it will come to the point where we'll try to find the image formed by any spherical mirror. Convenient rays for the construction of image by ray diagram. Ray diagram, by using different ray when you are showing the image form by any mirror or lens, that is called ray diagram. So here we'll come to some rules how to draw a ray diagram. First one, if we look here. In case of first rule, any incident ray traveling parallel to principal axis on the way to the mirror will pass through the focus after reflection. Means if we look to the first of our this part or this part. In this case, a ray of light is coming parallel to the principal axis. So when it will hit to the mirror, they'll pass through the focus actually, or they appears to pass through the focus, appears to in case of convex, actually will pass in case of concave. Second point will come reverse of it, means any ray of light or any incident light passing through focus after reflection travel parallel to principal axis, the second one here. You can see in this part and here. Any ray of light passing through focus after reflection from the mirror pass pass from the mirror parallel to principal axis or travel parallel to principal axis after reflection. Reflection is the return back of light, is the bounce back of light from a reflecting surface. Third one, any third point it will come, any ray of light incident at the pole means whenever any ray of light strike to the pole, that time it obeys the laws of reflection. That means angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Here you can see a ray of light striking at the pole. This angle between incident ray and normal, and angle between reflected ray and normal, both are equal. Means angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. This is the third rule. And next one we'll discuss now about fourth rule. Whenever ray of light passing through or directed towards center of curvature, means whenever ray of light pass through the center of curvature or incident towards center of curvature, they always reflect back along the own path but in opposite direction, means in which way they will come, the same way will return. So that is called path of reversibility. So why that thing happen? The reason is whenever light will pass through center of curvature of a concave mirror and directed towards center of curvature in case of convex mirror, they strike the concave mirror at right angle to the surface, due to which angle of incidence and angle of reflection are 0 degree. Means when they will strike to the concave mirror straight, so that time angle of incidence and angle of reflection both become 0 degree, for which region the reflection will not take place, because in reflection if we look, when a ray of light strike the reflecting surface straight, angle of incidence equal to 0 degree. So from these four rule, first one, a ray of light parallel to principal axis after reflection pass through focus. A ray of light passing through focus after reflection become parallel to principal axis. A ray of light striking the pole obeys the law of reflection, and a ray of light passing through center of curvature remain undeviated. From this all four, any two will take to draw a ray diagram. Ray diagram to show the formation of image by concave mirror and convex mirror. For different position in case of a concave mirror, it forms different types of image. Nature different, size different. For that reason, we'll take different position of object and we'll try to find out the image formed by a concave mirror. First one, before going to the image formed by any mirror, this is all about the summary of our rules. So, next one, it form image. So, what we can say is the image, where all the reflected lights meet. That is called image point. Image is the reflection of object. So this image again divided into two types. One is real image, one is virtual image. Real image means where all the light rays actually meet at a point after reflection from mirror, and if it appears to meet, means like in case of plane mirror, we'll feel that image is inside the mirror. We'll observe that image is inside the mirror. That is virtual image. So virtual image where they tried means they appears to meet at a point, but in case of real image they actually meet. But still there are different certain difference between real image and virtual image like to discuss here. It will come to the difference between real image and virtual image. Here you can see real image are inverted. Inverted means upside down. Means this is the straight, means like this will form inverted. But in case of virtual image, it is erect. Erect means straight. Convex lens convex lens and concave mirror. Convex lens and concave mirror form real image, whereas concave lens and convex mirror form virtual image. Virtual image actually can be formed by plane mirror also, convex mirror also, concave mirror also. But in case of real image, it formed by only concave mirror. It will look the mirror case. Real image can be formed on a screen. We can obtain a screen. If we put a white screen or white paper, we will able to see. But virtual image cannot be obtained. Real image due to the actual intersection of light rays, but virtual image due to the imaginary intersection means it will observe it appears to be at a point. So this is real image and virtual image. Image formed by a mirror that may be plane mirror, concave mirror or convex mirror. So let's to discuss here image formed by concave mirror first. If we look here, image formed by concave mirror. First one, when object at infinity means in an infinite distance, in a very large distance, a light rays now coming as a beam is the combination of rays. Parallel beam of light means all the light rays are parallel to each other, and when they will strike to mirror, they actually meet at a point that is called focus point. The ray of light parallel to principal axis after reflection meet at a point that is called focus F. So here you can see a beam of light parallel to principal axis after reflection passing through focus. Next one, here image form. Where we got the image? Image form at focus, and image is real because all the light is actually meet at a point. Image is point size because object is a very large distance, and real or that is inverted. So real, inverted, and diminished means point of very small image form. Here you can see AB is the object and image form at F, where F is the focus point and image is the fully point size. Here, image formed by a concave mirror when the object at infinite distance. Now, object from infinite distance will bring little bit near. So when it will come near, now the position is beyond center of curvature, means just back of center of curvature. We have placed the object. So now we'll look where the image will form. And here we have to use two rules from that four. If we look here, object back of center of curvature, and two light rays we are taking here. First one, a ray of light parallel to principal axis passing through focus. Second one, a ray of light passing through focus after reflection, it is parallel to principal axis. We have to give the arrow mark for the direction because when we will draw this ray diagram, our not animated one, so we have to give the arrow mark. So a ray of light parallel to principal axis passing through focus, a ray of light passing through focus after reflection become parallel to principal axis. And where these 2 points join, that is the image point. And image here for is real, inverted, and diminished means small size. So where the image form? Between F and C. Position of image is between F and C, whereas image nature if we look real, inverted, size is diminished or small size. So this is the image form where by concave mirror where object is placed back of center of curvature or beyond center of curvature. Now from beyond center of curvature, we will bring the light rays to center of curvature. Now next one, when the object is placed at center of curvature. When object at center of curvature, now again two rays will take. Here I am taking two rules, past two rules. You can take first and fourth. You can take first and third also. Any two rule we can take. We can take 2 and 4 also. Here, I am taking first and second rule. First rule, a ray of light parallel to principal axis after reflection pass through focus. Second one, a ray of light passing through focus after reflection become parallel to principal axis, and they both will join at a point. That point is called image point, and here you can see the image form at C, exact C position, and image if we look the nature, real, inverted, and size is same size as that of object. Ray diagram time, as will draw the object will give a arrow, means of will give a arrow mark, so that we'll able to know that the head part of that object, and always the light rays from which side we are taking, that one will give the arrow mark for the incident ray and reflected ray. And here it will come to the image form. Image also form at C, and nature, real, inverted, and the size is same size. Now object will bring little bit near and between F and C. When the object is between F and C, center of curvature and focus, let to look what are the changes we will get. Here, ray of light again parallel to principal axis passing through focus. A ray of light passing through focus after reflection parallel to principal axis. Here, image point we got at the back side of C or beyond C. So, image form beyond C. Image form is real. Actually, all the light is meet. Real image. It is inverted image and magnified image. So, nature if you look, it is real, inverted, magnified. Now, object will bring to focus. When object will come to focus, then object now focus and light rays when will incident on the mirror, the light is reflect back. So, first rule we have used here, area of light parallel to principal axis passing through focus. I have used here the third rule, a ray of light striking to pole obey the laws of reflection. So, both these light rays will not meet or they will meet at infinite distance. So, image form at infinity when object at focus. So, image form is real, inverted and highly magnified, but here we will not able to see the image because this image is formed at infinite distance. Next, when the object is between F and P, means here you can see object is between F and P or focus and mirror. First one again, a ray of light parallel to principal axis passing through focus. A ray of light parallel to principal axis passing through focus. Second, a ray of light passing through focus. This dotted line if we look from object to the mirror, straight line, incident towards the focus, for that reason we have given the dotted line. So they become parallel to principal axis after reflection because they will not actually meet. So they appears to meet a point at the back side of mirror, which form virtual image, and virtual image always straight or erect. So image form behind the mirror, virtual, erect and magnified, means image in case of a concave mirror we got may form diminished image, may form magnified image or same size image. So this is the image formed by concave mirror. When you come image formed by convex mirror, then you can see here. When the ray of light is striking to it, it will diverging outside. Means it will diverge. When a parallel light incident to a mirror, it diverges, then it incident towards the focus. So that is the dotted line. Another one, a ray of light passing through center of curvature remain undeviated, means from the head of that object, if will straight line will draw to the center of curvature. This is undeviated ray, but because a diverging mirror, so we have given a dotted line. So where these two lines join or intersect, that is the image point. So here image form is erect, image form is virtual, image form is diminished. So it always form a erect image and diminished size image in case of a convex mirror or in case of a diverging mirror. For that you to diverge the light rays we are using convex mirror, and to convert the light rays we are using concave mirror. So always form the image form behind the mirror, virtual, erect, and diminished. Next one, people come to the uses of concave mirror. Concave mirror, when object placed at focus, image from an infinite distance. So that is the use when we are using in case of a headlight of vehicle to get the parallel beam, in case of torchlight to get the parallel beam of light. They are used as a saving mirror, means when the object is fully near to the mirror or between the focus and pole, it forms straight image but magnified one. So for that even in case of saving time, to know or to get small facial hair, we are keeping the face near to the mirror, so it will form the magnified image, but that is straight image, erect image. And they are used for dentists to see larger image of the teeth, that also it will keep near, the size will increase, but erect one, so they will able to know any defect in the teeth. Larger concave mirror are used to concentrate light rays to produce heat in solar panels, means when concave mirror is placed, all the light is parallel beam of light incident to it and meet at a point that is called focus point. So that is used in the solar panels to get heat from it. So this is different use of this concave mirror. We'll come to convex mirror. In case of convex mirror, you can see it is used as a rear view mirror. Means the object which are back will able to see front, or to know which object is coming behind, we are using this rear view mirror. This mirror is used mainly to see a larger area. This mirror is used to reflect the light to larger area, diverging purpose, street light type, diverging. And rear view mirror, the main objective here to see the vehicle coming behind. Here only we will able to know about the shape, but we will not able to get the actual distance between the vehicle, and we will not be able to get the actual size. Always on the diminished image, a smaller image, but larger part can be covered in small mirror.